Alright, we've made it through all the albums that were released while Elvis was alive. There are three more before we hit our 60. The RCA albums box set actually features three bonus albums that are from the vaults. What's really neat is they're actually, the covers are basically what the tapes that they would have used. They're period appropriate. That the recording studios would have used to record Elvis on. And these feature kind of a weird mix of live recordings, demo recordings, home recordings, alternate takes that are particularly different from the masters. So these are kind of, you can't really, I guess, judge these as albums because they're intended to only really work chronologically and kind of fill in the blanks of the rest of Elvis's career. But this one in particular, the 50s one, has his four Sun Records demo songs: My Happiness, That's When Your Heartache Begins, I'll Never Stand in Your Way, and It Wouldn't Be the Same Without You. Phenomenally cleaned up. In fact, I think these are the same versions that were on the A Boy from Tupelo box set. If you've heard the original versions of I'll Never Stand in Your Way and Wouldn't Be the Same Without You from Sunrise back in either the late 90s or early 2000s, you know how bad they sounded, and they actually are quite listenable here. Blue Moon of Kentucky, it's the pop take, it's the progression. Tomorrow Night. Coincidentally, Tomorrow Night does not appear anywhere else in the box set collection. This is the original Sun recording. In Elvis for Everyone, it appears slowed down and overdubbed, if you remember me talking about that. So it's nice to have that original on here. Fool, 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 which was a demo recording done in '55. An alternate version, the slow version of I'm Left, You're Right, She's Gone. Two live recordings, Tweedledee and Tweedledee, and Maybelline. Maybelline actually sounds quite good on this release as well. I was surprised that it had some kick to it. Listening to this, the Sun version of When It Rains It Really Pours, the original version of One Night, which is One Night of Sin, which has some really, really different lyrics. Loving You, the fast version, which was the version in the opening credits of Loving You. They have the movie version of Treat Me Nice. Track 15, I actually have to admit, I at some point when I'm done with all the movie reviews, I might have to go back and be like the top 10 things I got horribly wrong, because what I thought I had put as the first version of King Creole in the King Creole review was not actually the first version of King Creole. They have a version on here that's very different, and I had never heard it before because I haven't heard the King Creole FTD. And when I was listening to it, and I had to stop and back it up, like what was that? That sounds so different. From what I'm used to. They have an alternate version of Ain't That Loving You Baby, and then they get into my favorites off this, which are the four live recordings from Germany, or sorry, not live, but home recordings from Germany, from 1958, 1959. I Asked the Lord, Earth Angel, I'm Beginning to Forget You, and Mona Lisa. Mona Lisa is the old Nat King Cole song. And if you have not heard Elvis's version of Earth Angel, hearing the home recording makes you realize how much you wish there was a studio version. Like, you don't realize how badly you wish that there was a studio version until you hear that home recording, because it's very, and again, like I said, I'm kind of a sucker for those piano ballads, but Earth Angel in particular has always been one of my favorite songs anyway, in part because I'm a huge Back to the Future fan, and it was in Back to the Future. But Elvis's version is something else, and it's really sad that he never actually revisited that in the studio and did a version, because he would have, with just what you hear here and how limited the existing version of it is as far as audio quality is concerned, it's still incredibly effective. So that's from the vaults, the 1950s. So that's that.